welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we will be going through my AFL Round 10 tips. But to start it off, like always, we'll go through round 9, and once again, I got another 8 out of 9. What's that consecutively? Round 9, I got 8 out of 9. Round 8, I got 8 out of 9. Round 7, I got 8 out of 9. Round 6, I got 8 out of 9. Round 5, I've got 8 out of 9, and then round 4 was 5 out of 8. So, I've been pretty good. I just been one off that perfect round for a while now. But yeah, round 10 hopefully we will go good. So we got Freo beating Hawthorn. Brisbane did beat Carlton. Carlton actually put up a fight. I was not expecting that. Not expecting that one bit. But Port Adelaide did lose to the Western Bulldogs in a thriller. It was actually a very good game, that was. Sydney did beat North Melbourne. I was going for North Melbourne. I was really hoping they were going to win, but couldn't get it done in the end. The Giants beat Essendon. Gold Coast beat St Kilda. Geelong beat Collingwood. Melbourne beat West Coast, and Adelaide beat Richmond. So yeah, that was a pretty easy round to tip. Except for the first game and that Western Bulldogs Port Adelaide game, which were a bit close. So we'll go on to this week, which actually has some pretty good matchups. Brisbane and Geelong kicking us off Thursday night. You're going to have to take Brisbane at the Gabba. They didn't put up an absolutely dominant display against Carlton, but hopefully they can turn that around this week for themselves. Geelong, they're at 5th, just on the Brisbane Lions at 4th. Both have had 6 wins, so we'll see what happens there. Both have a pretty decent percentage. I'm going to take the Lions purely because it's their home game, but I would not be surprised if Geelong win this, actually. It should be a pretty close one, so we'll see what happens there. Friday night, the doubleheader, unfortunately. No one's liking it, and Andrew Dillon's still saying, let's continue it. If there's one thing the footy community can agree on, it's that we don't like this. And that Nick Foot is a liar, and Kelly Underwood's commentary is annoying as hell. But anyway, Friday night, Sydney and Collingwood. At the SCG, Sydney are just dominant at the moment. So are Freo, both up there with, what's that? 32 divided by 4 is 8. 8 wins, yeah. 8 wins out of 9. 1 loss for the both of them, and yeah. So Sydney should beat Collingwood, you would think, especially at the SCG, and they're just being dominant. That's all I really have to say for that one. Gold Coast at TIO Stadium, apparently just never lose. 9 straight, make it 10. Let's get it. Port, I don't know if they've played up there, but they did play pretty well against the Western Bulldogs. They couldn't get the job done again. Another under a goal loss. And I think I heard somewhere, had they won all those games, they would be up at like 3rd or 4th. So it's unfortunate for them, but it is what it is. Gold Coast to beat Port Adelaide, yep. Saturday, 16th of May at 1:15, Adelaide, North Melbourne. I really hope North Melbourne win this. In fact, I reckon they're a really good chance to win this. I'm only going to take Adelaide because it's at the Adelaide Oval, and they play pretty well there. So, yeah, that's that one. MCG, Melbourne, Hawthorn. Hawthorn should win this. It's not a 3:15 game for Melbourne on a Sunday. But, yeah, the Hawks are just insane at the moment as well. Almost as good as Sydney and Freo. Just that one step under because they had a draw. And, yeah, they're just dominant. The Hawks are just dominant. There's no one who can stop them. Marvel Stadium, night game, Dogs Carlton. I mean, you know what? I think you have a case to tip Carlton here. Simply because the coach is gone, and usually under a new coach you win, apparently, these days. But I will take the Western Bulldogs, simply because it's Carlton. If you watch, they'll lead at halftime and then lose. I'm calling it now. Actually, not. They're gonna be leading at 3/4 time and they'll still lose. I'm calling it right now. Western Bulldogs should win that one. Sunday, 17th of May. Here we go. Freo to beat Essendon. Not too much I need to say. Moving on. St Kilda should beat Richmond. Marvel Stadium. Yeah, they did very well in that first quarter against the Suns up there, keeping them only to the one goal. Especially it's the Suns at TIO. Hello. Yeah, St Kilda should win against Richmond, especially. And finally, GWS should beat West Coast at Optus Stadium. Who knows? The Eagles could put up a fight. They sometimes do there, so we'll see what happens. And the Giants haven't been going too well. Make sure to drop a like. Make sure to subscribe. We'll go back over these really quickly. Lions to beat Geelong. Sydney to beat Collingwood. Gold Coast to beat Port Adelaide. Adelaide to beat North Melbourne. Hawthorn to beat Melbourne, Western Bulldogs to beat Carlton, Freo to beat Essendon, St Kilda to beat Richmond, and GWS to beat West Coast. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces!